Hi, this is Wayne in Cave Creek, and it is 16 April 2015, and welcome to my fabulous studio slash camper. And I'm going to talk about kukris and my quest for what I consider my perfect bush knife. I really kind of became enthralled with kukris when I bought this back in 2008. It was made by Kukri House, and I highly recommend them. They're really, really good. And this is the dress version of what the Gurkhas carry. Although it's a dress version, it's very, very functional, I have to say. It's very well made, very polished. It has a wicked edge on it. It has a hardened edge like they all do, and a buffalo horn handle that they all do. 10-inch blade. And it is so nice that I just can't bring myself to take it out in the field. I took it on a kayaking trip one time. The sheath, which is made of water buffalo horn, skin, hide, and it's dressed down with black shoe polish, bled into my backpack, and started to fall apart. And at least in Arizona, these things just not going to hold up. The other thing I don't like about them is that I've had several kukris, and they take a while to get out and back in again. And if I was under duress, I want to be able to get this thing out now. So anyway, this is safe and sound at home. So what I did from the Kukri House, I had this one made, although they keep these in stock. It's a Surapati Special Hunter version. And Surapati meaning leaf in Nepalese. The blade is thinner, although the same length. And again, it'll keep a very, very sharp edge. The handle's non-traditional though, made of black water buffalo horn. It is shaped just right for my hand, with the finger choil there for control. It processes firewood really well, and it will allow me to chop my way through when I have a large backpack on. Most of the loads I carry are in the 50 to 60 pound ranges, depending, because you have to haul your water around here with you. So it served me well. I've had it out on many excursions so far. The only thing I can say about it is, as much as I love this thing, it's just a little too light. So I went ahead anyway and made myself a Kydex sheath, mainly because, again, the sheaths on these don't last very long. I would recommend going to knifekits.com, little plug for them, and getting the tools and materials. Basically, a couple of molding blocks, foam molding blocks. They're about 1 foot square. And the rivet set, which is just an anvil and a little punch, and you just, peen them over. Initial outlay, plus including the Kydex and the belt loop, you're probably going to cost about $100. A custom-made Kydex sheath is going to run you a lot more than that. And once you got the tools to do it, they're a lot cheaper after that. And I love these things. You can make a very nice sheath that way. And the thing I like about it too is that the way you can mold it. By the way, the rivets are missing here because of the curvature. You have to be able to get it out. So it locks right into place. It won't come out. And it hangs around the side of my pack where I can grab it and pull it out to do whatever utility I have to do. Anyway, just a little too light. So I was on the quest to find the perfect kukri, and I didn't want to have one made for me because it's frankly just too expensive. And even if they did everything they said they would, I would still have to make some modifications myself. So I figured I would search for the one I wanted the most and that had the most potential and make all the modifications myself. And so I went to GK & Co., which is in Nepal again, and I bought one. It was way too big, so I sold it on eBay. Took the money, flipped it into this, and this is from the ex-Gurkha Kukri House. And it's this one. The model is the Iraqi Freedom Gripper Blocker. The gripper blocker is the gripper being the finger choils, the blocker being the guard. The blade is the same as the ones that are issued to the troops. As you can see, it's wider. It's also a little thicker and a lot more mass without being way over heavy for hauling around with you. So I got this thing, and even though it's a full tang construction, it's not rat tail tang, they elected to be a little bit more traditional. I can live with that. What I'm going to do is, because my hand fits it so well, except for that right there, that's coming off. And so in the next video, this is number 1 of 2, you will see the handle modified. It also, when they ground it out, those are square and it bites in your hand. So basically I'm going to reduce the overall diameter of the handle to get a better grip on it and round those out for more comfort to take that off. And as far as the fishtail is concerned, chop my camper up there. I'm going to probably grind these down a little bit and make them a little bit more round. I suppose what I could do is I could completely take that cap off there and just completely grind that out. And in the future, who knows, I might get sick of it and might do that. I don't know. But the potential is there since it's full tang construction with the rivets. So it cost me almost $100 shipped from Nepal, and I got it within 5 days, which is pretty good. The blade itself, they call it unpolished, but it's almost to me like a semi-polished. Not really bright, which is okay. And water-tempered edge. I haven't chopped with it yet, but I'm certainly going to give it a try. I might put that on the next video. And so the next time you see this thing, it will be modified the way I want it. And for bush knives, I gotta say, I like them. Some people don't. I looked at the cold steel versions. I have their little machete Kukri. I love the thing, except it's way too light. And it's soft steel. It doesn't hold the edge the way I want. These things, you could probably use them as a jack handle to jack up your car if you needed to, or for a digging spade, I don't know. Either way, whatever you swing at, it's going to come apart. And I suppose, in a last-ditch effort, if I ran out of ammunition for my pistol, and I had a rabid coyote, a bear attacking me, or a mountain lion, if I had to rely on this, there are stories of these things doing miraculous things in splitting skulls. And I suppose I could dress down in a last-ditch adrenaline-fueled effort, put down just about anything out there if I swung it hard enough and put it in the right place. However, that's not the reason I'm getting it. So anyway, stay tuned for episode 2, and you will see the finished product the way I want it. And one last thing, it did come with this. I'll say this for it. It's the only one I've ever had that actually goes in relatively easily and comes out relatively easy. Again, though, that won't last. Anyway, so on to Kydex. Thanks for watching, and we'll see number 2 probably in about a month.